What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So I'm gonna check out It's All Stolen, the dark side of car culture no one talks about, featuring Tommy G. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys have realized or even paid attention to, but a lot of stuff that you see people doing on social media to get, views and get some clout, whether it's destroying their car or, going to takeovers, ending up hitting people by, drifting around in circles and stuff like that, or, just destroying other people's vehicles. A lot of times, those vehicles are not really theirs. A lot of times they are, stolen vehicles, or, vehicles that they, don't really too much care about. And clearly they don't care about, because who's in their right mind is wrecking their own vehicle that they put a lot of money into? They just get something that was stolen, or get something that, they don't really too much care about, in a sense, and they'll just wreck somebody else's stuff, or end up accidentally hurting someone and then just going on about their day. That's the horrible side of the car community. I don't even consider that the car community. I just consider it people, idiots with, disposable income, or idiots that just, destroying, vehicles for the sake of getting some views. I really don't like it, but we're going to talk about it. Well, they're going to talk about it, and we're going to check it out, see how they feel about it and what's really going on. But for the most part, I think you guys can tell. If you see somebody going to a takeover or posting some clips of them fucking up their shit, there's a good chance it's probably not theirs, or it was already like damaged and they just didn't really care about it. So we're going to check it out. Should be a good one. Let's get right into this one, man.
So I'm really curious, you've done these videos on these reckless drivers, like the most wanted drivers in New York City. How do they get these cars?
A lot of them are stolen cars.
How do they drive stolen cars without getting caught?
Because they drive very fast. Like, I just got a police chase sent to me from my guy Felix.
Look at that.
A lot of these criminals, I would say, to me, it's more about the adrenaline than it is about the economics or trying to make money. They are so thrilled to hop behind the wheel of a Hellcat and pretty much taunt the police and go 120, 130 miles down the highway and get away. Like, my guy Felix was like, he just got in one the other night. He's like, this department in Ohio, like, get the FOIA the body cam footage, because you're going to see what I just did to them. So I think it's the thrill. It's the same reason why Alex Honnold climbs mountains with no support, no safety lines.
That's crazy.
It's the time that they feel most alive is running into the dealership, running into someone's driveway, stealing it, and getting out of there.
Felix is the one, though, that steals the vehicles, right? He's the one that did the car theft, that video. What about the ones in New York that like bob and weave throughout traffic? How do they afford such nice cars?
I don't think they do. I think, I'm not going to give too much away, but from what I know about the scene, and this is connected to the takeover scenes that you see in LA, New York, across the country, a lot of those cars are hot cars, stolen cars.
But we did see like a Lamborghini Urus. Wasn't one of them driving a
Potentially, there was a glitch, I think, where they could do it off of Turo or a car rental app.
But even that costs a lot of money, because you ask them on average, how long can you hold on to a car for?
Some of those guys are involved in other businesses that supply their car business.
Yeah.
Most of this stuff is not really their cars. Like, most people are not buying $100,000 car and willingly, putting themselves at risk and the vehicle and other people at risk on a day-to-day basis, because that would be stupid. It's your car, you're screwed. Now, you would think, why would they do this to someone that owns the rental vehicles? I mean, they cool. They got something going on.
Other black market stuff, and they bring that money and they drive cool cars.
I feel like if they know you're doing a video, they're going to pull together like $2,000.
They're not going to pull up a 1994 Toyota Camry for this video. And Squeeze Benz did it perfectly. Like, hiding in the back of this parking complex with a black Lamborghini Urus, revving as we come up on the scene. Like, you can't get any better of an introduction to a guy than that.
I've been getting a lot of those videos on Instagram, the street takeover videos, where they're like going in circles, and they just will crash into another car. And they don't care. And at first I was just like, well, what's their insurance going to be? Think of the repair bill on that. But it makes sense that it's like, it's not their car, because they don't care.
The takeovers are particularly bad, I think. And I've been invited to cover a lot of different takeovers. It's really hard for me to go do that, knowing how much people's property is going to get destroyed in the process. I had a Milwaukee business say that their parking lot had to get repaved so many times the family folded the business. And she kind of was mad at me because I covered it a little bit in a previous video. She's like, I hope you're happy with what you broadcasted and celebrating these guys driving crazy because look what happened to my family's business.
How do you make sure you're not glamorizing it? Because your New York video, like I see that and I'm like, that's stupid. I don't get it. But I could see they're like a 16-year-old who's like, wow, that's so cool. Look at these guys, all the praise they get. I want to do that. And then they end up someone.
Two different things. One is asking enough tough questions. When you sit down with a pimp or a dealer or a car thief, you have to ask about the societal impact. What about the single mom when you take it from her garage? What about if your customer ODs? You have to ask, oh, you're bossing up your woman that's working the streets, yet you take all of her money and you're bossing her up? Like, I really pressed a pimp hard on that in an interview in Los Angeles. You have to ask the tough question. It's not a fluff piece. So even if I go interview the cartel one day, tell me about how you guys give back to the community. Like, you have to ask them about some of the things that they do. That to me is a big part of not glamorizing it. Number two is
hey, be careful with that cartel shit, because you may ask one tough question and you may get a tough answer, and we may not ever see that footage. So be careful with that. Be careful with that, my guy.
Like a 16-year-old who's like,
pimp or dealer. I really pressed a pimp. You have to ask them about some of the things that they give your advice to the youth out there that think about joining a gang or getting into this profession. All of them will say, do not do it. Do not join it. Your life will end up in jail or prison and do not do it. So we always include those messages because there are impressionable kids out there that their economy is driven by the currency of clicks. And if me doing this gets me 1 million views on TikTok, they might consider doing that.
What do you refuse to make a video on?
There's almost not a topic I would stay away from. Like I would interview a neo-Nazi. And I know some people would say, never platform a guy like that. I think you ask them questions that, like a good question is like a mirror to the soul. So you want them to see the absurdity of what they're saying. And I think that's important. There's not really a line of who I wouldn't interview, whether it's or someone that's a racist, but I wouldn't go to a car dealership with a camera and be like, all right, you're going to go run in and steal. I'll be right behind you. Like whatever you do in your free time, cool. I'm not going to, because I know that car dealership owner is going to have a whole lot of trouble. Insurance claims, fix the broken glass. Maybe an employee was there and is terrified. Like there's fallout that comes from an act of crime. So like, oh, you guys I'm never going to go with a gang. Like, oh, you guys are about to do a drive-by. Can I come with? Like any crime that hurts someone or steals some stuff. Because I'm really against theft. Even though I cover theft a lot, it's something that really, like, that's a line in the sand that I just really don't agree with. But if they want to talk about it, if they're open to getting hard questions about why they do it, then I'll talk to you.
You don't want to influence behavior, influence crime.
Things are already happening. I'm just asking why you do it.
But wouldn't interviewing someone like the cartel be way too dangerous? Like, isn't there a line to be drawn there?
Yeah, there is. To me, it's always about...
And y'all can check out the rest of them because I think that, more get into what he, type of content he wants to interview or whatnot. But yeah, bro, it's not their cars. If y'all think it's their cars, y'all think boys is out here swimming in their fucking Lamborghini years? No, they're not. It doesn't make sense, dude. That's stupid. Because yes, he's in the Lamborghini years, but yes, it's not his shit. No one's paying $200,000, $300,000 to drive their own Lamborghini years that way in heavy traffic. Now, yeah, his homie may let him use the car. That's fine. And that's a risk his homie's willing to take. But once again, it's not his car. A lot of these vehicles, even if they may risk it here and there, but most of them, especially at the takeovers, it's not their shit. Or if it is, it's something they don't give a damn about. They don't care if it's dented up and ain't got no insurance on it. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, don't go to those type of events. Don't go to the takeovers. Trust me and believe it's not worth it just to be sitting there to see the chaos. Because, if the cops pull up, there's a good chance you being there, that can get you a ticket or even arrested. Or you can end up getting hurt. And do not be swimming in heavy traffic freeways trying to replicate what Squeeze Benz and a lot of the other people up in New York that they do. Don't do that shit, because there's a good chance you will probably mess up, and there's a good chance you could either hurt yourself or innocent people driving around you. Just let's be safe out there. But hey, comment down below. Let me know some other car-related videos you guys want me to check out. I definitely will. I appreciate all love support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all keeping with me. See y'all next one. Peace.